All right, everybody, welcome to the Baseballism podcast, a podcast where we interview the most influential people in baseball. Today we have a very special guest. His name is Milton Ramos. He was a 2014 third-round draft pick for the New York Mets, one of their top prospects. But also, he is the founder of Paw Grips and PollyWorld, and also the starter of one of the biggest trends in baseball. You see all these kids in Little League, youth baseball, high school baseball, college ball, wearing these blingy necklaces. That's what he started, and it came from humble beginnings. And so I want to talk to him about it. Milton, thanks for coming out here all the way from Florida.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Portland to be here and show us your art.
For sure.
I'm so happy for you to be able to come out here and share your story with us.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So what I want to start with is you were a 2014 MLB pick, obviously, but let's start with your baseball journey, man. You come from humble beginnings. Tell us where you're from and how you got to becoming a third round draft pick.
Yeah, no, so my dad brought us from Colombia, South America when I was 6 years old, and we came here and we moved to Miami. We lived in Okeechobee Road all the way up to 2014 till I got drafted. You know, it was an insane journey because the first time I ever grabbed a baseball bat, I was at my dad's softball game. He was playing softball, and I just went and I grabbed the bat, and they threw me a ball, and I just hit it back, and I actually hit the guy in the stomach really hard. He lost his air, and he goes up to my dad, and he's like, "Hey, I think you should put him in baseball." And then the first year, I hit like 750 in playing with the kids and stuff. I even actually have the newspaper article. I'll send you a picture of it so we could add it on here. And ever since, I just love the game. I love how free you could be when you're out there on the field and just be yourself, you know? So it's an insane journey. A lot of battles growing up, you know, grew up very poor. It's tough when, you know, you got to wear the same cleats for every tournament, but that was just motivation to me to keep going. And also I know people would laugh, and I would have like the broken batting gloves and stuff. Like, people would give me batting gloves every here now and then, and I would cherish them so much because I know the value, because I couldn't afford it, you know? So I'm thankful to everybody that helped me out coming up. Thank you guys so much. And everybody that gifted me stuff. I don't forget you guys. So yeah, I always had a dream to help out my family, which is why I feel like I am always so motivated. I don't do anything for myself. I never have. I've never been like, oh, for me. No, because I don't really care about me. I care about my family, to help out my mom, my dad, and my brothers. And now I have a beautiful son named Ace, which is now more fuel to the fire. And then chasing it. Everybody, you know, I have ADHD. So in school, like, I would always like get up from my table and stuff. So the teachers would think I'm crazy, but I was just very hyperactive, you know, and they just misunderstood me, right? The beautiful thing about baseball is, with my ADHD, every time I would be at shortstop, I could be as hyper as I want. Ball hit in the hole, I would go get it, you know, like everything. And I just locked in, and, you know, through bullying and everybody, oh, you can't be this because blah, 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 this and that. I never listened to that. My father always told me you could be whatever you want. Just be the best, you know, just be the best you could be. And grinding, working hard. Ended up getting drafted in 2014 for $1 million out of high school. First thing I did was look for a house for my mom and dad to move them out to trailer parks. Not that there's nothing wrong with the trailer parks, because it's a home that you could sleep. But it's like, when you know you could help out your family, why would you not try to see the struggle, right? Try to like help them out, you know? So a mission. I remember my father telling me there was this Getty that was about to happen, like in high school, you know, seniors and stuff, like a little get together. And my dad is like, "You're not going." And I got really mad because I really wanted to go to that, you know, like, you know, you're a kid, you want to have fun and stuff. And then my dad is like, don't go. You're going to get drafted, you know? So I ended up not going and stuff. And then it's like, it's crazy. I ended up getting drafted because, God forbid, what could have happened. And then, you know, your whole life changes. So I literally canceled out, which is what you need to do in baseball. It's a lot of sacrifices, but yeah, it's been an insane journey. It's been an insane journey that I'm thankful for everything and learning throughout the journey. But yeah, I fell in love with baseball at 6, and ever since just kept playing.
Yeah. So take me back a little bit. So you got drafted 2014. When did you realize that you were like, okay, I'm a little bit different. I'm a little bit better than everybody. This could be something I could do for a living.
Because every time I played, you know, even though, like I said, I was very poor, all the people would pay for my stuff, like for my events, because my dad couldn't afford the perfect game that was $900. No chance. Like rent was due in the trailer, you know? So it's like, after all, everybody would be like, bring your son, we'll take care of everything. Come on. Yeah. Like, not everybody just does that.
Come play on my team.
Come play on my team. You have everything you want. We'll get you the bat, the cleats, like, for that tournament. And then I would end up using that cleat for the whole time till I go to another tournament. Yeah. But after seeing everybody's interest in helping me out and stuff, it was like, you know, I could keep going, you know, with the help of people. If I would have not had that help from the people that saw my talent, because you don't see the talent yourself. You're kind of just playing, you know, like you're not like, oh, I'm good. No, you're just like, ha ha, ha bam, you know, and just doing your stuff, and people, yo, that kid. And I would hear it, but it never like boosted me like, oh, I'm that guy. No, I've never been that way. I've just always like believed in myself and worked hard towards anything. And after putting up numbers and stuff, and then like, I really noticed I was like gonna get drafted high, and I was actually supposed to be a first rounder. There's a story that not a lot of people know. I was supposed to be a first rounder in the draft. I ended up getting a call from the Brewers, but my dad and mom thought like an agent was like somebody that you're always in contact with every time. So they went with a Latin agent that's never been an agent in his life. And my parents just went and did it. Again, we don't know. My dad doesn't know. My mom doesn't know. We just went with what they thought. The Brewers ended up calling saying they had $2.5 million and the agent wanted $3 million. And they're like, yeah, we'll call you back. And I had a draft party and everything, music loud. They never called back. I was in the draft board in the first round, and they ended up taking Jacob Gatewood for the 2.5. Okay. So, and I remember it's crazy because I was so devastated, and I was back in the trailer after I should have took the 2.5, and I'm just in the trailer crying, and I'm like, what did I do? Like, why did this guy ask for this? How is this going to be now? You know what? I'm just going to go to college. I'm not going to take any calls. Like, I was just so down from a mistake. And then the Mets ended up calling, and they're like, congratulations. And I hung up. I hung up because I was like, no, I didn't. It was a random number, and I wanted to go to college to go first round again. But my dad sat me down and my brother sat me down. They had a talk with me, and they're like, Milt, how much money do you have in the bank right now? Yeah. I'm like, I don't even have an account. Yeah.
And this is before like NIL and stuff like that.
NIL, before NIL. It's 2014, you know, no NIL, none of that. So I wanted to go to college, but my brother's like, Milt, look where we are right now. The Mets just offered you $1 million. Yeah. Like, I think you should take it because the light in front is the light that shines. You don't know what the future is going to be like. God forbid you go to college and something happens to you. What are you going to do? So what I did is I ended up calling the Mets back, apologized to everybody in the room. I explained the situation. I told them what I felt like I was worth, but it's okay. I was just going to show them. And then I ended up taking the money and stuff, and they treated me very, very good in the Mets. So I'm very, very thankful for them. But I just knew I was gonna get drafted because like going and playing against the top of the top and putting up insane numbers, it's like, if this is the best of the best, then I belong with the best of the best. And I just knew I was gonna get drafted because I'll go to tournaments and I'll hit like 400. Yeah, where you're playing against guys that are the best. Like, you know how they don't put the best players to play against like the worst players. Like, when you're about to get drafted, you're facing like the guys that are like about to be in your area. And then the one that put me on the map the most was Nick Gordon, you know, my boy Nick. Yo, Nick, I know you're listening, but I did beat you, and I got the video. So they put us to race, and his nickname was The Flash. Yeah. Here comes skinny little Milton Ramos from Hialeah, Florida, and they line us up to run the 60. I'm like, oh snap. That was the fastest 60 I ran, was a 6.5. And it was only because I was pushing to beat Nick, and Nick ran like a 6.6 or like a 6.5 point something, but I beat him. And ever since that day, the scouts, like, I got on the map. And that's what really
that's a baseball family right there. You got D. Gordon, Nick Gordon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Huge
guys.
baseball family, man. Thankful.
Tom Gordon. Yeah.
Yo, super thankful to Tom. Tom actually took me under his wing and paid for my hotel, helped out my mom and dad, like, you know, things like that. So shout out Tom. Thank you so much for all that, man. I'll forever thankful for you. And yeah, man, I remember on the come up with Nick and stuff, and it was very fun, you know, and crazy. Yeah.
So I know your draft day was bittersweet because you went from 2.5 to 1, but man, like that's got to be really emotional for you. Yeah. I mean, like even though you didn't get, you know, the amount that you wanted, how did it feel to just be drafted in, like, you know, just $1 million?
Oh man, I remember the Mets, do you even have a bank account? And I'm like, no. They're like, well, you need to get one because we need to send you this money. And I remember I was in the trailer and I'm in my bunk bed and I hear a ding. I'm like, check my phone and it's like a huge number. Yo, Uncle Sam, you owe me a lot because that thing came cut. I thought I had to like send the money to him. That thing came sliced and I'm like, where's the rest of the money? I checked my account and I'm just jumping in the trailer, going crazy. My mom's like, relax. And I'm like going crazy. Like, it's just so insane, like seeing all that money and you're like this is really happening right now, you know? So it's insane, you know, and more the opportunity. And bro, like you think you're good till you get in there.
Yeah.
You think you're good until you get in there. And I tell this to everybody. And no matter how many years go by, you're good. But there's people in there that are better than you.
Yeah.
Maybe not at like fielding wise and stuff. Like number one, like fielding, everybody knew I was the guy fielding. Like, yo, Mr. Hands, you know, shout out Barry Larkin. Cal Ripken gave me that nickname at All-American Under Armour. They're like, Mr. Hands, because I have the video on YouTube of the stuff I was doing. But when I got in there, man, the first person I remember, his name is Alfredo Reyes. I'll never forget that guy. He throws like 98 from shortstop. 6'2", skinny, and faster than me. And you know what's crazy? When you get drafted and you're like a bonus baby, you automatically get a spot, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of tough because I live both of those lifestyles. I live the lifestyle of the top prospect and the non-prospect. And the non-prospect, shout out to all those that make it to the big leagues as non-prospect. My respect to Altuve, because Altuve's journey was like that. He was never a top prospect. So Altuve would get the, hey, you're in day. Yeah. Instead of the, hey, you're going to play 7 times a week day. And Altuve would come, pop, 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 pop. Now he's in the big league. So I live both lifestyles, man. And I remember when they told Alfredo, hey, you move to the side, him. And I was like, why is he not playing?
Yeah, this guy is unbelievable.
Like, this guy's unbelievable. But, you know, some of those guys get like 10,000, 20,000 in the Dominican and they take whatever. But Alfredo Reyes in high school would get like $7 million. You need to see video on the guy. He's still playing now. Ridiculous. But yeah, no, going into pro ball and being drafted is an insane experience. And I hope everybody gets to experience it that loves baseball, but it comes with a lot of sacrifices and a lot of hard work. You know, like you got to put everything aside. There's no little friends, like all that. No, you need to grind because when you get in there, the grind is even crazier. And it's a blessing, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to get to the next level. For sure, man.
So let's step away from the baseball a little bit, do something fun. I want to talk about the grind more and like some of your other experiences in baseball. But let's do this first. We're gonna do a blind ranking.
Okay.
From a former pro player, because you're 2014 third round pick at a high level, and I'm gonna name a position, and you got to rank them from the hardest to the easiest.
Okay.
And I'm gonna name 11 positions. That's including DH and relief pitcher.
Okay.
And then you just tell me, okay?
All right.
So let's start with first base. Where do you put first base?
Man, first base, I played a little first base towards the end of my career, and it's a little harder than people think. You're not just catching the ball.
Yeah.
You're not just, no. I remember, I'll rank it, but I just want to tell you a little quick story. I was playing first base for the first time ever, and there's a lefty pitcher on the mound, and he did one of these moves, and he threw the ball. And I didn't see it. I left the base and all I see, and I duck. And the ball is just over there and I'm just chasing at first base. And the workouts for first base are no joke. You have to like literally like do like 60 throws. Like you're there, you got to go to the bag, catch, get back, catch, get back, catch, and then scoops. So first base, outside of training, a lot of people would judge it, but I'll put it like a 4.
Okay, 4.
4.
And I'll say this too: it's like there's a big difference between a good first baseman and a bad first baseman.
Listen,
it's important.
Yo, of course. There's a couple big leaguers that if you get called up to first base and you make him do whatever, you're sent down.
Yeah.
You need to be able to pick everything. Javier Baez won his Gold Glove because of Freddie. Who was at first base? Was it Freeman for him? Who was at first base for him? He was a Gold Glover.
Javi Baez, he was a Cub, and then
who was his first baseman in the Cubs? Ooh. Was it Hosmer?
It might have been Hosmer.
Hosmer.
Yeah.
And one of those guys that have a Gold Glove at first, bro. If you want, I don't watch highlight reels. Like I watch like plays. Yeah. And if you go notice how many times Hosmer picked up, or I don't know, I don't watch a lot of baseball, but again, like I see it. A first baseman could save you from so many errors, whether it's jumping off the bag, catching it, putting the tag, picking you up, you know, like. Oh, yeah. A first baseman is a very big deal to have.
You touch the ball more than any infielder besides the catcher.
You need to be able to support everybody. Yeah. If there's 27 outs, if there's 27 ground balls, you got to be able to back up all those throws. Yep. So, first base, I put it at 4.
Okay, let's go right field.
Right field? Right field's easy. It's 11. I'll put it at 11, honestly.
11.
You're just standing out there.
Okay.
You catch the ball, all you gotta worry about is throwing the ball across the diamond all the way to home plate. Okay. Strong arm, that's about it.
Okay, let's go starting pitcher.
Starting pitcher? Ooh, being a pitcher is tough. That little square box right there to throw the ball in there is just not MLB The Show. So I'll say, starting pitcher, honestly, I'll put it at 3.
3. Okay. So let's review. We got first base at 4, right field at 11, starting pitcher at 3. Mm-hmm. Let's go second base.
Second base. Second base is easy. You could put that like a 7.
7.
Yeah. Second base is easy.
Okay. Let's go center field.
Center field. So we have.
You got 4 first base, 11 right field, 3 is a starting pitcher, 7 is second base. So you got like 1, 2, 5.
Center field, 6. I'll put at 5.
Okay.
Yeah, center field at 5.
Okay, catcher.
Oh, 1, definitely. Dude, you're taking hits all game. Yep. And then you have to come up to bat. Imagine those minor league innings that all of a sudden players just turn into Babe Ruths. Mm-hmm. And it's just rocket, boom, line drives everywhere, and then it's a whole inning. Like they score like 10 runs, and you're the catcher and you're leading off. Yeah, I would watch them with the gear get off and just be all sweaty and stuff. So yeah, definitely 1. Catcher is definitely the.
And I gotta imagine catchers do the most research before the games, like studying, because they need to know everything. Batter, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas like if you're a hitter, you pretty much got to know who's pitching for the other team, and maybe some tendencies of the hitters, but like. You don't need to be studying every batter pitch for pitch and like what they do well and what they don't do well, right?
Yeah. It started getting tough for me when that happened. Yeah. When the analytics and the people had the scouting report. And when, what is it called? Scantron? What is it?
Cybermetrics.
No. The thing on the field.
Oh. The spray chart.
Yeah, the spray chart, but it's a thing that takes the spray chart. It's like a machine, whatever it's called. That every stadium has it. When that thing came out, that's when it started getting tough for me because I would hit everything the other way. Yeah. So now all of a sudden, every pitch was right in the kitchen, right here. And I'm like, why are they throwing in? And then it's hard to train to hit that ball good all the time if your power is the other way. So catchers do a lot of studying. You have to also know what pitch is their pitch. Like what pitch they could throw for a strike, what pitch they could take to a ball, how they're feeling. You got to go do a meeting. Catchers are the real leaders of the field because if you don't have a good catcher, you're not going to win. Yeah. You need to be able to block, throw the runner out. This is not like people stand on first base. No, people steal bags and stuff. So if you have a good catcher, you're going to have an amazing game, like a nice, steady game. If you have a bad catcher, your game is going to be trash because he's going to miss balls or pass balls. Runners are going to score. People are going to steal bags. Yeah. Like you can't throw them out. So a catcher is definitely number 1 in baseball, like 100%.
For sure.
100%.
I agree with that. Let's go left field.
Left field. So I have 7, right?
Yeah. So you.
Well, no, I put right field at 11. I'll put left field like at 9.
Okay.
I already put 10 or no?
No, you haven't put 10. So
All right, so
this is what you have left. You have 2 left. You have 5, 8, 10, and 12.
I'll put left field at 10.
Okay.
I have 12? Thought we're doing 11.
Because I'm sorry, 11. My
12 is if you put a closer in.
Yeah. We just got relief pitcher and DH. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go. What haven't I said? Let's go third base.
Third base. You said I have 5, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'll put it at 5.
Good.
Yeah, third base is not
the hot corner.
Yeah.
All right, shortstop.
They say that, hot corner, but it is a hot corner, but rarely.
Yeah.
Like you rarely get like super smacked balls at the upcoming levels. Like, for example, when I knew there was going to be a really good pitcher and I'm playing third base, it's a coffee day.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling because nobody's going to hit a ball out in front on a nasty pitcher. Might just hit a little bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah,
but
off the end or something like that.
The hardest thing about third base, and I'm going to tell you, is the throw.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much catching because anybody could catch, but that throw across the entire diamond, and it's like a weird angle. And you got to throw it. That's probably what makes third base the hardest. But catching the ball, if you could catch it straight, and you barely get hard hit rockets like that at you. Okay, now, when there's a slow pitcher, you don't want to play third base.
Yeah.
Because everybody's muscling it
trying
up.
To turn on it, trying to hit a bomb.
And you're going to get at least 7 balls hit at you at like 110 miles per hour. For real, crazy.
Okay, let's go shortstop.
Oh, that's 2.
Yep.
If you don't have a good shortstop, you're not going to... Same thing as a catcher. You need a good shortstop because a lot of people hit the ball there, and that's up the middle. If you remove that, everything is a base hit.
Yep.
So shortstop is definitely 2. Definitely.
Okay, and you got to have, it's fielding ground balls like a second baseman, but also you got to have the range and the arm of a third baseman. So it's like...
Yeah, and the throw is actually longer than third base.
In the hole, yeah.
In the hole is way longer. So, yeah, shortstop is definitely 2.
Okay, DH.
DH?
You got 5 or 9 left.
I'll put DH at 9. I mean, you just got to get up and just hit.
What is the hard part about being a DH, though?
I mean, you're cold.
Yeah.
You're cold. You got to wait. DH would be fun if it was like basketball, that you could choose when you want to give the ball to LeBron or Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
You get called up.
Yeah.
Yo, this guy, we want him here.
Yeah.
That's one. But if you're a DH and you're hitting like... Most DH hit 3 or 4. Yeah, I've never seen a nice batter DH.
Yeah.
When have you seen that? It does not exist. So most DH are 3 or 4. And the trick is just stay active.
Mm-hmm.
Stay active. If there's a cage, there's usually cages behind where you could go and hit off the tee and stuff. But you just got to stay active.
Keep yourself in the game.
Keep yourself in the game because it's very tough. You're there munching on sunflower seeds, Gatorades, and gum. And then you're up to bat and you're cold. And you know, that's why playing the position and then hitting is better because you stay warm.
Yep.
You know, but DH, I mean, shout out David Ortiz that did it for a lot of years, but not everybody could do that. You know, he's just a different animal to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm. All right, last one, relief pitcher, and this has got to be number 10.
Yeah, number 10,
Yeah, just go out there and throw it hard as you can.
Yeah, I mean, relief pitcher, they usually give you the game, and you just got to come out and just do your job.
Yeah.
You know, if there was a closer in there, it'll be 12 because, I mean, most of the closers that come in, you're scared of them because there's no closer that throws under 95.
Yeah.
And if you're 0 for 4, you're going to be 0 for 5. So your day is done.
That was one thing you told me when we were talking last night is like the starters in single A were your opportunities to hit.
Yep.
7, 8, 9 innings, like when those relievers came in and are pumping like 98 to 102, like that's the hardest part, right?
When you would see the manager be like, Domingo, lefty throwing 99. I'm like, my God, dude, I'm up to bat next inning, bro.
And you're having a bad day already.
And I'm 0 for 4. The guy that calls you up to the next level is up there just watching you. And now comes in Domingo throwing 99 from the left side with run. And you're like, what am I going to do right now? I'm 0 for 4. What am I going to do right now? Do I bunt? No, because he's fast. He's going to throw it. He's going to throw me out. And it's the last inning. And if you guys are up by a bunch, you can't bunt because there's little rules that are not written, but you just can't do. Yeah. So you're just there like, what am I going to do? Like, I don't think anybody's like ever experienced 99 to 100, and it's no joke. And like we were talking yesterday, it depends who the 99 to 100 is because some are very straight, some break. And
those are the guys that are special.
Yeah, those are the guys that are special, and those guys last a really long time in the big leagues. But if the closer's coming in and you're 0 for 4, you're most likely going to be 0 for 5 because it's not easy to hit off those guys.
Man, I can't even imagine what 99 straight looks like. So, man, props to those guys that have that gift, man.
And also, again, like, you don't know what you don't know where you're playing. You could be playing in Charleston. You could be playing in Savannah where it gets really hot, or you could be playing where it's really cold, or, as you go through the minor leagues, you're playing in different stadiums, and it's not always the same. And sometimes the sun, the worst thing that I knew I was not going to get a hit because not mentally, I just couldn't see the ball, is when the sun is coming down, hits the stadium, there's half a shadow, and then the pitcher's sunny.
Yeah. And the ball's coming 100 miles an hour. Right? I can't imagine that. It's just you're set up for failure at that point.
Bro. Like the guy's like this and he's about to let it go into the sun and then it comes into the shadow and you're like, where is this ball? It's so insane. It's insane. But yeah, closers definitely have the best job in professional baseball. Come in, throw gas, and get out. Go home, get your steaks, and that's it. You're good.
Okay, so let's review this one more time just so we have the final rankings. We got catcher. 2 shortstop. 3 starting pitcher. 4 first base. 5 center field. At 6, we had third base. 7, we had second base. 8, we had left field. 9, we had DH. 10, we had relief pitcher, and 11, we had right field.
Yeah. Right field's easy. Right. Yeah, right field's easy, bro. You could mix around the last. You could put anybody in right field, bro.
Yeah. Okay, dude. So let's get back down to the nitty gritty.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about how this came about, and then how this came about after this. So the paw grips came first, and you can tell me why and what happened to you. And how did this catch fire after this happened? Let's tell that story, man.
Yeah, we'll do. So paw grips came to life after I broke my hand. I asked the trainers, I'm like, hey guys, do you guys have anything that can protect my hand when I hit? Because it just hurts so much, dude. Like, it already hurts without a broken hand. So now imagine with a broken hand.
And you're coming off a season where you had your best season. Big league, your minor best league, pro career, like batting 314.
317.
317, broke your hand in the off season. You're coming back, you're struggling, and you're trying to find something that helps you.
I was trying to find something to help me, and the only thing around was a thumb guard. As you guys know, you guys probably see all the big leaguers with it. It goes like this, and then it just protects the thumb. But I didn't break my thumb. I broke my 4th metacarpal bone. And I told him, hey, please, I want to play. I don't want to, struggle. Hey, no, sorry, we just don't have the stuff. You're just going to have to go through it. So I would have to, tape my hands and stuff. But it's annoying because this is not like I was DH where I could keep my hands taped. I still had to throw the ball across the diamond. So I had all this taped up. And then just 2 fingers, and it was uncomfortable to throw. So I was like, you know what? I ended up getting released.
Well, you still batted 240 with basically 3 fingers.
Yeah, I was hitting with 3 fingers. Yeah, I was. And I felt like it was my worst year ever. And in reality, it wasn't even that bad compared to what I was battling. But to me, after hitting, how I know I could hit, I felt bad. But they were like, no, don't feel bad, blah, blah, blah. So they had told me, they have meetings after the season's done to give you your role for next year, your script of what you're going to do. And after hitting 317, they're like, hey, you're going to play next year 7 times a week. And then you can ask for rest days whenever you want, We need you to come at 220, 210 pounds because we need you ready for 160 games, 150 plus games. And, I had the accident, things happen, and I didn't come ready. I actually came in 170 pounds.
Yeah.
The whole people are like, what'd you do?
Yeah.
You know, like, what's going on? And then I explained, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I was doing good first half of the season again. And then when that second half after All-Star break came around, man, my legs were just so shot, tired. Like I wasn't ready for the second half. Ended up struggling towards the end. I was hitting like 280 halfway through. And then I ended up all the way down like to 240, something like that. But after that, they were like, hey, you're going to play like the next year, because they give you one shot, right? That was my shot. And then the next year they're like, hey, you're only going to play 3 times a week. And then Andres Jimenez now is going to play 7 times a week. So that year I came 220, 210. I came, like, I have the picture there. I came big. Like, I didn't do nothing all off season but train to catch up, because I thought they were going to be like, hey, you're going to play 7 times a week again, one more shot. Doesn't work like that. You know, I missed my opportunity, and everything happens for a reason. But then I ended up getting traded to the Orioles. Then I got released because, again, I couldn't hit. So I'm just home, and my dad asked me, like, what are you going to do now? And I'm like, Dad, just, you know, I'll try to figure it out. He's like, no, come work where I work. My dad's been a welder for the last 25 years, but welding's not my thing, bro. Like, I'm super creative. And I just told him, like, not that he's kicking me out. You know, Latin families rarely kick out their kids and stuff. I don't know. Like, I've never seen it a lot. So my dad was like, you know what, just do your thing. And I was like, yeah, just give me like a year. Like, I said a year, not to kick me out, but just me. Let me just lock in. You know, I'm not going to go work where you work at. Let me just lock in. He's like, all right, you know. So I'm in my bed, and I have stars above my ceiling of, like, you know, things that I had put, like, if I get to the major leagues and stuff where I want to travel, goals and stuff like that, things I want to create. And then they glow in the dark, and then all of a sudden they're just dark. I couldn't see the stars anymore. And I'm like, dang, like, yo, I'm really here right now. Like, released, almost blew through my whole signing bonus, you know? Like, you know, I didn't have, like, the mentality to invest in all that stuff. You know, coming from nothing, it's hard to say, hey, invest in this. Like, I tried a couple things, but it's not the same as having, like, somebody to give you, like, hey, put this here, put this here, put this here. So with what I had left, and my brother Bentley had invested in some crypto and stuff like that. So he had a good amount of money there. And I'm just like, you know, God, just send me something, please. I just want to stick to the game I love, and I want to help the world and change the world for the better. And just send me something. I promise I'll take care of people if you bless me, you know? And he knows how I am with my heart. So that same night, a light bulb came up. Ding. It was like paw grips. And I'm like, holy smokes. First, they were going to be called brass grips, because if you see, it looks like a brass knuckle. But I didn't want to promote violence. Because I knew what the future could be.
And you got to sell to all ages. And stuff like
so I didn't want it to be called brass grips and people be like, brass knuckles. Like, what are you, violence? So talk to my brother. Well, this was after, but let me get back to it. Then the same night, this came up in my brain, but it didn't look like this. I was like, damn, okay. Instead of one finger, I'm going to protect all the hand for the future. Excuse me. And then I looked up, how to make rubber. And then it came up on YouTube. Shout out YouTube. Back then, you don't even know where to start. So YouTube, how to make rubber. It's like some guy comes out, some scientist, mix this. And I'm just watching, and I'm like, dang, I think I could do this. Couldn't sleep that night. I'm just like, where's the morning? As soon as the morning hit, got up, went to Home Depot and bought the mix that you need to make and started making the rubber. My dad gets home, and I was with my little brother in the backyard, because you know how little brothers are. They you tell them do something, they gonna help you out. So I told Tommy the idea, and Tommy's just helping me do it and stuff. And then my dad and my older brother get home. My dad's like, and what is he doing? Like,
it's my 2 sons just mixing rubber in the backyard.
Like, he didn't even know what I was mixing. He just saw us back there like this. And I'm just so excited. And the first one I ever did, I still even have it at the house. I grabbed some gardening gloves, and I just started pasting it like that, like pasting it, putting it. And then I put it, and actually, like, I had to let it dry, and then it felt really good. And then my dad, again, like, he tells my brother, go see what he's doing. Like, I don't even want to go out there. Like, just go check. Bentley comes out. He's like, what are you doing, Milton? What are you? And I'm like, yo, Bentley, da. And Tommy was there. And I'm like, yo, Bentley, look, I think, like, instead of one finger, let's protect the whole hand. And Bentley's like, all right. So then Bentley's an engineer. Bentley's super, super smart. He's the brains of bringing this to life. I have the idea. Bentley brought it to life. So Bentley ended up developing like a mold and everything so we could be able to bring these to life. These are all handmade. In the future, we're going to obviously get them made because we're not robots. But the start of it was Bentley's development to bring these to life and bring up all these different colors and stuff. And then just like that, Bentley helped me bring it to life, and that's how Paw Grips came to life. And I have a patent pending for the idea, so that's why we lasted a bunch of time to bring it out, because we didn't want to just launch it, because a company that has a lot of money, what are they going to do with this? They're going to produce 1 million of them.
Yeah.
You know, so we were like, Bentley was like, I know how bad you want to bring this out to the world, but please listen to me, Milton.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. That was the hardest, like 9-10 months of my life keeping these in. As soon as we got that patent pending, like going, I showed the world and everybody just started buying it and everybody absolutely loves it. We have reviews of like calluses gone now, and just growing, you know, just growing. But yeah, that's how it came to life, literally from just a dream and a prayer and a wish, and then boom, it just shined upon me, and then Paw Grips came to life, and a lot of special things are gonna happen, and this was actually first, and then like you said about
let's talk about this, man, that everybody knows about, that has brought you a lot of joy but also a lot of heartache, right?
Yeah.
And we see them everywhere. But tell me how, because you made these, you had to start making these.
Yeah. So I created those because I needed advertising. And again, I couldn't afford the advertising. It's like $3,000. Well, now you could do Instagram and do $100 and stuff. But back then it was like the advertising agencies were like $3,000 and people were asking for money just to say, oh, Paw Grips or something like that. Like they wouldn't do it out of love. Like if I was a big leaguer and you send me something, bro, I'll tell my agent, relax, bro. Let me help out this kid. Yo, Paw Grips. Yeah. Let's go. Use it one at bat or something. Shout out Nick Gordon, the first person to hit a home run with the Paw Grips on in the Twins. You know? Yeah. He did it out of love. He didn't ask me for money and stuff, you know. So but advertising needs to be something consistent. So that helped me get a couple orders, but it's not something always running, right? So I was like, yeah, I got to create something, right? What am I going to create that's going to give me advertising for Paw Grips without having to pay? And it looks beautiful, affordable, and they're going to wear it. Yeah. Got in my brain, and I'm like, you know what? Well, let me do some jewelry, you know? So then I started creating, and Nick came over, and I was wearing 3 bracelets, and Nick was like, Milt, you should really start selling all these, like, for real. Like, let me get one of those. So then the first bracelets I ever had of the ones I made, I actually gave it to Nick, and then started selling them. And then what I created, because the name of them was the first name, as you remember, it was Paw Grips Pollyanna Necklace. I put Paw Grips in the front only because I knew how it was going to take off and people were going to look up Paw Grips. So that was my advertising. Like just when people would come, but they don't have nothing to do with each other. Now in 2026 is when I finally separated them. Yeah. So now we got pawgrips.com and now we got official PollyWorld.com, which PollyWorld stands for Pollyanna. That's what they're called, Pollyanna necklaces. Why did I give why did I give it that name? Because if I look it up right here, Pollyanna definition. Pollyanna stands for a person that's excessively cheerful and optimistic. So me being the way I am, I was like, I need to give this a really cool name because I know how it's gonna do. So that's why it's PollyWorld, because I want everybody to be happy and I want everybody to just good vibes and just, you know, believe in yourself, you know? Yeah. And yeah, man, it just it took off, and it's
tell me about how it took off, right? Because you had like 40 big leaguers wearing this stuff, right?
No, yeah.
And this is how like the trend started.
Nuts. Yeah, the first person wearing the big leagues was Nick Gordon. And then I played with these guys in the minor leagues, and again, showing love and respect to all of them. That's what you get back. So Oswaldo Cabrera was actually the one that blew me up, because Oswaldo was in the Storm, AA or AAA. I think it was double A for the Yankees. And I remember him because I played against him when he was in Charleston. The guy could hit both hands and pick it in every position. So I was like, this guy might make it to the big leagues. Like, he might just make it. So I contacted him and I'm like, yo, bro, let me send you some stuff. Now that you're in the minor league, like, let me send you some stuff so you can look real fly as you play. Yo, send it over, bro. Let's go. So I sent it over to Oswaldo in Double-A, man, and he got the call up literally like a week after. So I'm thinking, you know, he's gonna make it to the top. I don't know how he's gonna do. Is he gonna take it off? So I was like, whatever he wants to do. But after he put it on, hit streaks, going crazy. Again, my stuff is nothing but good energy and good vibes, you know, like PollyWorld. So he never took it off. And he got to the big leagues and he's like, yo, I just got called up. And I'm gonna be rocking it and stuff. I'm like, oh hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So debut, boom, boom, goes off, and then what went crazy?
When is the timeline for this? This is like what? This is pre-COVID, right? This is
I don't know.
Right after.
It happened so fast, dude, and it's just been such a grind that I wouldn't even be able to tell you the timeline because as a young entrepreneur, time goes so fast as you're just trying to keep innovating and bringing stuff out, and you got to continue creating, and especially if you run production, advertising, management, everything, like, you know.
Yeah, you do it all.
So I wouldn't tell you what the timeline was, but I do know I can find it for you because this is what I was gonna say, how it blew up. The New York Times contacted me.
Yeah.
So Oswaldo jumped, robbed the home run, and his necklace popped out. And then after the interview, the guy was like, that is such a beautiful pearl necklace. And he goes, yeah, this is my buddy Milton Ramos at Paw Grips.
Yeah.
At Paw Grips, Pollyanna necklace. Yeah. And then I get a call or a message like at around 11. It was one of those two.
Yeah.
No, it was a text. Hey, it's the New York Times. Do you have a couple minutes for us? Because we're trying to air something at midnight. Of course, it was for sure a text. I remember then getting on the call. He interviewed me. He's like, okay, I'm gonna run it, and I'm gonna also put Paw Grips up there, like the Paw Grips, like the actual Paw Grips, because he said, oh, the Paw Grips necklaces, but it was always So then we get on the call, and I wake up to I like to say 400 orders.
Oh my goodness!
Like my phone just Shopify. My mom's like, is this legal? And I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, this is crazy. So the Pollyanna necklace just took off. And then I wish I had a patent on it, but again, you can't patent a bead, right? Yeah. So if I was to have a patent for this, I would be easily $10+ million, easily, because it's a supply and demand thing where everybody has to come to me, and literally it's everywhere, and that thing just took off. And after that, everybody kind of saw how easy it was to make, but it's only easy to make because I laid the blueprint down. Yeah.
Well, you made it popular. That's what it is. You started
the bead has been there forever. Yeah. The bead has been there forever. So when people think that I'm saying I created the bead, like, no, dude, I created the style. And why did I create the style? Because I was in there and I would watch people when the game's about to start, they take off their chains. They don't want to take off
their $10,000
chain. They take off their stuff and they put it in their little locker or right there, or they give it to a clubby to protect it. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want guys to take off their stuff. I want them to play with it. If it snaps, God forbid, it's only like $40-$50, right? Yeah. So it just, guys felt really comfortable. As you see, they're very light and comfortable, and the designs that I do and stuff for them, and it just took off, bro. And then after that, everybody just wanted to be PollyWorld. Everybody just started copying me. Literally, I have more than 1,000 people. Like, if you go to Amazon and you look up Pollyanna necklaces, everybody pops up but me. I'm not even on Amazon because I tried to get on Amazon, but you need a SKU, you need a certain amount ready to ship, all that stuff. But everything is with time, you know? So creating that, and that's why I'm thankful for this right here, because I just want the world to know who created it. After that, they could do whatever they want with it. But I just want people to, when they see me, be like, that's the guy that invented it. Yeah. You know, I don't care if your mom
that's what I want too, man. I mean, because it's frustrating for me, especially hearing your story. It's like you see all these kids wearing it. You see all these, these knockoff brands like selling it to kids for like $5, $6. But it's like, this is where it started, man. And it came from Milton Ramos.
Yeah.
From a guy who broke his hand and then invented something to help him with his broken hand. And he needed to fund his invention, and he made something beautiful out of things that you can get at any store, but you made him popular. And now all of a sudden, you know, people watch the Yankees on TV, they see your boys wearing the necklace, you like more than 40 big leaguers wearing it, and they're like, I want to do this too. And then you have all these knockoff brands making things that look similar to yours, but are just not as special because they're not you, you know? And that frustrates me because, like, I know what it's like to be a founder of something and start a trend, and then you see other people doing what you're doing, and then all of a sudden it's an uphill battle, you know? People with more money, people that, you know, that are taking advantage of your ideas. And so how does that frustrate you, man? Like, having an idea, making it come to life, making it blow up, and then just people capitalizing on your idea.
It's frustrating because I wouldn't want that for anybody. Especially if God sends you something, you should let that person enjoy that, what they send you, because the beat has been there forever. Why didn't somebody do it?
Yep.
You know, it's out of pure creativity from my head, and it's easy, again, to copy a blueprint. But I understand if there was somebody before me doing it, it's like, okay, well, you know, you weren't the first one. But the fact that you could go back to whenever baseball started and please show me somebody with a shiny, full rhinestone necklace like that, it wasn't there. The only thing that was probably before was called Shambhala. I don't know if you know what that is. Shambhala bracelets, they were like these bracelets, and I even had them. They were like these bracelets made out of string with the little diamond in between the string, and then you could like tie it like that, but it was never like full or like something like that. So creating it, and then that's why, again, I'm thankful for this, because, again, people could do whatever they want after this, but at least they get to see, like, who's the creator of it.
Yeah.
You know, I just want my credit. You know, like, if your mom wants to copy me, your grandma's bored, and she needs something to do in the time and wants to make you necklaces, God bless her. You know, I don't hate on none of that. I just hate when people are entitled to something that's not theirs.
Yeah.
You know, and you know how many times I've been at events setting up and a kid comes up and he's like, you know how much I've made off of this? Like, you're selling what I'm selling. And I'm like, look, buddy, like, I'm actually the one that created this. No way, for real? Well, I'm making a lot of money off of your creation, and no thank you, no nothing. And it's frustrating. And also, like, a bunch of other kids, hey, you're making necklaces just like my mom back home. Like, wow, you guys are the same. And I'm just like, dude, like, and it feels really bad because being the creator of it, it's like, at least if they come up and they're like, yo, bro, like, you inspire me to make pieces. Like, I follow you. Yeah. Thank you so much for creating this. Man, come here. Let's take a picture, bro. Like, what's up? You know, like, that's all I want. I just want my credit for my art. Yeah. Everything else could take care of itself. But again, once people could at least see, like, hey, wow, this is the guy actually founded it, and then it's actually there. It's going to be very amazing. So thank you.
For sure, man. And I'm excited to do this. We're going to do a collaboration. For those of you who follow Baseballism, we're going to do a collaboration with Milton, with PollyWorld. We're going to release a first drop of necklaces that were handmade by Milton. So we're not knocking off anybody. They're coming straight from Milt. They're going to release on our website. Make sure to like and subscribe below, and we're going to let you know when these drop, but it's coming out soon. But man, I just want to say thank you for coming out here, sharing your art, dude, and sharing your story, because like being an entrepreneur is tough, and like coming from where you came from and doing what you're doing is super impressive. And I know like there are some bumps along the road, you know, like breaking your hand, like, and like even just where you came from to get where you were before you broke your hand is amazing. So like I want to make sure that you get your props for creating this art and starting the trend that you see pretty much on every team in America, whether you're an 8-year-old team or you're a college team.
Can't go to a baseball field without seeing a shiny necklace.
You can't, man.
I don't go to fields because, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I go to fields and sometimes I go like this, like I tuck it in, because it's embarrassing. Like, people don't know who I am, and then see every kid with one on. Yeah. And if you were to tell them, hey, I created that, they're like, shut up. Like, or like, just like, no, my mom makes these. Or like, you're not the, so it's like, dang, like it just sucks.
Yeah, and what frustrates me too is they don't know the intent of why it was created.
Yeah.
Right? They don't realize that this was made for a big leaguer or a pro player who has, a $25,000 chain on, but they don't want to ruin it during a game. They're not, making millions yet in the big leagues where they can rock a Van Cleef, $25,000 necklace and like be okay with ruining it.
Yeah.
Like these guys, got their signing bonus, bought one piece that really makes them happy, and they want to take care of it, so they take it off before the game. And you made this so that they'd have something to put on for the game and be okay, be okay with like diving into third base and maybe it's snapping or whatever it is, and still shine on the field.
Of course.
So like that's where it came from. It wasn't like, oh, I want to make my 8-year-old look cute. No. That's what's frustrating for me is like they don't know the thought behind it. But hopefully by watching this podcast, people will know the thought behind it. And this is a pro thing, man. This is not like grandma making necklaces because I want to decorate my team, man. This is like out of necessity of pro guys who have money, but not that much money to look good on the field.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, and play comfortable too. Like, trust me, if you're playing with a $10,000 chain on, you're not just you're all game like trying to protect it.
Yeah.
You're not trying to like dive head first and get sand on it, all that stuff. So I was like, let me create something. Here, let me see your wrist real quick.
Oh damn.
As we're talking here.
All right.
On the spot. Boom. I'm actually
Milton here, while we're talking, making a bracelet like during this podcast live. So I just wanted to showcase what this dude can do. I mean, it's super impressive and like, man, it's art,
Check that out. Before I put it on.
Dude.
Check that out.
Let's get a close up on this, man. Like while we're doing this, he's doing this. So it's super impressive, man.
Put it on real quick. Make sure I got the perfect sizing.
Let's go. All right.
Oh, look at that.
I'm taking this off, man. My kid's going to love this. My wife will love this, dude. But
here you go, my brother.
I want to give you the floor, man. Thank you again for coming. Like, is there anything you want to say to the camera while you're here before we shut it down?
Well, first I want to thank you, Travis, for having me out here. And I want to congratulate you on all your success, from a founder to a founder. And I know you have a team also, but I want to tell you congratulations coming here, seeing your warehouse. It's really amazing, so a lot of people don't like to tell people congratulations. They're very, they just don't want to, but I've never cared. People deserve the credit when it needs to be given. So congrats on all this. This is absolutely beautiful. Look up to you. Thank you for all the love you've given me through this journey that we've been planning all this stuff out. Since I talked to you, I told you I just want the opportunity. Everything else is going to take care of itself. And to the world, I just want to say, keep going, guys. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't be. Once you start listening to people, you don't know what you're going to miss out on just because that one person was having a bad day and they told you, go get a job. And all of a sudden, you go get a job and that multi-million-dollar idea that you had now all of a sudden is not real. Then 10 years after, somebody comes out with that idea that you told somebody, comes out with it, and now they're the millionaire. So guys, believe in yourself. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. I've lived both of them. All right, guys. And the beautiful thing about it is there's opportunities out there for everybody. This is not like, oh, only the rich get to be rich. No. If you're poor, you could be rich. If you're rich, you could be poor. All right. So grind, work hard, and believe in yourself, and just keep going. So thank you for this and letting me show the world who I am. And after that, they could do whatever they want with it. But thank you.
All right.
Thank you for everything, man.
Thanks for coming visit us. Milton Ramos, founder, PollyWorld, Paul Grips. Go check him out. What's your websites?
So my website is now paulgrips.com and then officialpolyworld.com. So they're both separated now, guys. So you could go in for Paul Grips or you could go in for the necklaces. So yeah, guys.
And the collab will be available at baseballism.com. We'll put all the links below so you guys can go check it out. But thanks again for coming.
Nah, for sure. And go subscribe. Go subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Let's blow this thing up. Let's go viral. Let's go, guys.